Hello students, welcome back. We shall look into a type of non-destructive test, pull-out test. As the name itself suggests, we have to pull a kind of rod from within the concrete surface. Concrete ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು rod ನ pull ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Here in this test, there is one simple principle. The force required to pull out that rod from the concrete specimen is calculated. The force required will determine what is the strength of the concrete. So that is the basic principle. So the rod which is inserted may look like this. This is the concrete. Pull out, this is the thing which is inserted inside the concrete. It may look like this. It will be having some head here and bearing kind. This is the rod which we are going to pull out from the concrete surface. These two are the bearing for the support to pull the rod out of the specimen, concrete specimen in the ಆಚೆ ಎಳೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತ supports. The apparatus look like this. By rotating action, we can actually pull out the concrete specimen. While pulling out, you may observe some shear stresses along this line here, what I am showing here. Along this line, shear stresses will be developed. At this point, normal stresses will be developed. The apparatus setup is as shown in this figure. So you have to set up the equipment and you have to pull out the rod. You might ask how these pullouts are inserted. Actually, there are two methods. First one is cast in method, other one is fixed in method. In cast in method, we have to place the rod in the fresh concrete itself. Concrete ಇನ್ನು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ರಾಡ್ ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಆಗೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Then we are going to pull out. In another case, say fresh state ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ರಾಡ್ ಹಾಕಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಳೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. In that case, we can adopt fixed in method. Fixed in method ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, we have to drill a hole in the hardened concrete. Concrete ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿರೋ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ we have to insert. We have to drill a hole and insert that rod na ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. After that, we have to pull the rod. Here, the stronger the concrete, the more is the force required to pull. So the force, pull-out force required is compared in this graph. ಈ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು pull-out force ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ. Corresponding to that, what is the compressive strength. So pull-out force ಇಂದ ಈ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು we can directly calculate the compressive strength of the concrete at the site itself. Site ಅಲ್ಲೇ we can calculate. So this is about pull-out test. Next, we shall move on to another type of non-destructive testing method. Here we have dynamic or vibration methods of testing. In that vibration methods of testing, the very first one we have is resonant frequency method. The resonant frequency test conducted to get the material properties by measuring their natural frequency of vibration. ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೈಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ when we pass some resonance or some force from externally, it will generate the vibration. A vibration we have to sense. That is the principle. what is the vibration sensed through a specimen. So here for this we will be using two types of equipment. The basically resonant frequency method is performed in the laboratory. One type of specimen is cylinder, the dimension of which is 150 mm dia, 300 mm length. This is the cylindrical dimension. Whereas in case of prisms, the dimension is 75 mm by 75 mm by 300 mm length are used. The apparatus looks like this. Mechanical vibrators. Either the vibrators are manually given vibration, or there may be some mechanical vibrators. Machinery will be there. It will create the vibration. And we have here the sensors. We have different types of sensors: displacement sensors, velocity sensors, accelerometers. We have three types of sensors which is used in this method. Here we have a measuring unit. A measure denote ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Digitally it is denoted. See here, we shall look into the procedure. We have to, with the help of mechanical vibrators, we have to give the vibration from one end, and it is sensed at other end. After it is being sensed, the value of which is noted, and the dynamic elastic modulus is calculated. In measurement using which we have to, from this we will get the value of n. So using this formula, ED is equal to 4n square L square rho. We can calculate ED is what? Dynamic elastic modulus. ED is dynamic elastic modulus, where n is equal to the frequency. What is the frequency sensed in the particular type of sample? ಯಾವ type of sample ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ samples ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ frequency detect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ frequency ಇಲ್ಲಿ note down ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ note down ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ that value is itself is n, which is the frequency. L is the length of the beam. Prism ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, cylinder ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. It indicates the length. Rho is the density of the beam. Rho is the density of the beam. So with that density, dynamic modulus of elasticity, we can calculate the compressive strength of the material of the specimen. Elasticity ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ corresponding value, say 4.9 ಬಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರ corresponding value ಎಷ್ಟು 28 MPa strength ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Like this we have to calculate the strength of a specimen using resonant frequency method. So this is about the resonance frequency method. Next, this is the next method of non-destructive test of hardened concrete. We call this as pulse velocity method. Pulse velocity method. It is also called as ultrasonic pulse velocity test for concrete. It is used to know the quality of concrete by calculating the velocity of an ultrasonic pulse passing through a structure. Higher velocity will indicate good quality. Lower velocity will indicate cracks and voids. So we shall look into the apparatus. We have an ultrasonic device. These ultrasonic devices are of three. It contains electrical pulse generator. This ultrasonic device will contain three main equipment built in inside of it. Electrical pulse generator is there, amplifier is there, electronic timing circuit is also there. The another type of apparatus is the transducers. You can observe these two are the transducers where the ultrasonic waves are passed from one side to other. Here the placement of these transducers also matters. We have three methods of using the transducers. First one is direct transmission, where two transducers are placed opposite to each other in a concrete member. So this is called as direct transmission. Another one is semi-direct transmission. Here the transmission is not direct. It is direct but not actually opposite to the other transducer in case of A. A ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ತರ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಬಿ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸೆಮಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸೆಮಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. The third type is, we call it as surface transmission. Here the transducers are placed on the same surface of the concrete side. ಒಂದೇ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So we shall understand the working principle. Whichever may be the method used, the time traveled is noted using with the help of the digital meter here. The frequency of the pulse velocity passed will be ranging from 20 kilohertz to 150 kilohertz. This velocity what we are passing through this means the passing one is electronic pulse through a mechanical medium, and then through the mechanical medium it is converted to electronic pulse. ಅಂದ್ರೇನು electronic pulse ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ರೀಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ವೈಸ್ ವರ್ಸ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಇಂಟರ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋ ವಿಧಾನ. So this is the procedure. So we have to calculate the length of this specimen. So the pulse velocity is calculated using this formula. V is equal to L by T, where V is equal to pulse velocity, L is equal to length of pulse traveled, T is time taken by the pulse to travel. So ಈ ರೀತಿ ಪಲ್ಸ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ we can actually grade the quality of the concrete. If the pulse velocity is 4.5 km per second, then the quality of concrete is excellent. If it is between 3.5 to 4.5, then we can call it as good concrete. If it is 3 to 3.5, we can call it as medium concrete. If it is below 3, we can call it as poor concrete. We can classify it as poor concrete, and it has some flaws in it. It has some flaws in it. So why we have to perform this pulse velocity? Using this pulse velocity, we can actually able to know these parameters: strength of the concrete, homogeneity, trapped air, internal flaws, crack, segregation, honeycombing, compaction, workmanship, durability. We will be able to monitor all these properties of the concrete. So ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ we will get very good quality, excellent quality of the concrete. If there is any flaws in these stages, we will be able to identify. So this is about the non-destructive test, and this completes the testing of hardened concrete. So we shall look into the notes what we have here. So in the notes, page number 25, I have given you the details of non-destructive test methods. See here, we have different types. Rebound hammer method, and it is given in detail. The factors affecting is also given. Pull-out test, vibration methods, all the details are given in the notes. Resonant frequency method, pulse velocity method. The factors affecting the measurement of pulse velocity is also given. There's a table here, corrections to pulse velocity measurement due to changes in temperature. So these are the given in notes. So in third module, until now, I have covered factors affecting the strength of concrete in part 1. Here, durability, all these things, shrinkage, water cement ratio I have explained. Gel space ratio I have explained. Problem also I have solved. Maturity concept of concrete I have solved. The problem is also solved on maturity of concrete. So tests on hardened concrete is also discussed. It is also given here. Compression test details. Tensile test. Creep also I have explained, second part of the video. Shrinkage also, third part. Durability, fourth part. So non-destructive test what you are watching in this video. So this is all about the third module. Thank you.